Put you on the spot there, meteorologist Dylan Robichaud.
I will say the pickled lemonade, I think is what she said.
And a pickle popsicle.
Yeah.
I would say we trained just very well before that live shot.
That'll prevent cramping on a hot day like today, right?
I don't know the science behind it, but you know what? It might just do the trick. I think today you'll want to drink a lot of water, and I think the big thing about this afternoon is just like, you know, trying to find a way to stay cool out there as we're going to be looking at some of the hottest weather that we've seen so far this summer. Now, what's interesting is that we've seen a very much more so hot summers over the past decade than anything that we saw in the last century here. And as Boomtown is expanded upward and outward, you just saw that we passed the vote on the new zoning law. Now look what's happening is that as we start kind of expanding outward, we're going to see more concrete, more asphalt, and so we're going to see a larger urban heat island spot here. So more people are going to feel hotter weather, but here's the great news. City planners can mitigate against that. And how do you do that? You add more parks, you add more waterways. So when you add highways and buildings, that sends the temperature upward. But when you add more parks and waterways and stuff like that, that actually brings the temperature downward. So there are ways that city planners can mitigate against that. But that is one of the caveats to, of course, expanding a city. Thought the science behind that was pretty interesting to share with you. So we are full throttle with this heat dome for today and tomorrow. Big old ridge of high pressure stomping right down on top of us. That is not going anywhere for at least a couple of days. By Saturday, you're going to be going outside saying, things feel a little bit better out there, and I think that will be the case as we head towards the weekend. But we got to get through today, and it is already muggy out there. It's 73 degrees, and the heat index will be close to 100 as we head towards the afternoon. Now, with the heat and the humidity, that is the fuel for thunderstorms. On the left, we're looking at thunderstorms possibly this evening, and then here in the middle, we're looking at thunderstorms tonight going into early Thursday, and then on Friday, we could be looking at a few storms. Mostly will be non-severe. Now, these storms can be a little bit tricky to give you the exact timing. I know folks want to know exactly when it will happen and where it will happen, but these storms typically rotate on the northern periphery of this strong dome of high pressure, and so pinpointing exactly which locations they develop can be very tricky. Generally speaking, though, this is kind of the geographical area, that zone for where these storms can develop anytime between today going into the day on Friday. Hail, damaging winds, all in the cards as we're going to be looking at the risk of thunderstorms. The general consensus, though, is that most of your morning today will be dry, and then you can see a few pop-up thunderstorms late this evening. And then as we head towards tonight, most of tonight before midnight is quiet. But as we get past midnight, 5:30 in the morning, we're getting some thunderstorms developing. Notice that we see the storms continuously developing through most of Thursday, 11:30 in the morning. And you can see as we head towards 4 p.m., finally, we catch a break from that. As we get a look here at the 7-day forecast, looks like the weekend is a 50-50 split. Saturday will be the stormier of the 2 days. Sunday looks a little bit better. And then Monday and Tuesday looking nice, bright, and sunny with temperatures in the middle to upper end of the 80s.